What's up, geeks? It is I, Ken Levitsky, and this is another Camcast Flashback. Back in 2015, I got together with Chris Mercy and Kris Fedick. We sat down to talk Jurassic World. And not only just Jurassic World, but every off-topic, awesome, geeky thing possible. Now, just like our other Kung Fury episode, please keep in mind that the quality is not really that great at all. Visuals are kind of garbage, the audio is kind of garbage, but the content is what we're here for, and that is amazing. So here it is, in honor of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom coming out and Jurassic Park's 25th anniversary, we give you the Jurassic World Camcast Flashback. Chime in below, please share, subscribe, and enjoy.
Movie review. There we go. Oh, but before we get into this, I just have to say this because I thought it was hilarious. The actual music that you played during Board Off, terrible.
Terrible?
But the Epicam, I love that music.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome.
Epic music.
I almost,
It has to be done.
like, can I have that as a ringtone?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
It's downloadable for free.
Oh,
Have a royalty. I'll send you the link. It's a royalty free website.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Just because I
Kevin with that.
awesome.
Incomtech.com.
It'll
yeah, no, I know
bump
the
Police
music
Academy.
on the videos are pretty bad.
It'll
but
bump Police Academy because I've had Police Academy for a couple of months now.
Ooh, Police Academy.
But I might go back to Axel Foley.
I gotta put Thundercats back on mine. I love that. That was the best ringtone.
That is a really bitchin' ringtone.
Or I could put this on here, and that is the Jurassic Park theme. Because today we're going to review Jurassic World after 2 months of release. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's going to finally happen because we wrapped up Board Off, and I'm leaving, and shit has to get going. So
here we are.
Here we are. Everyone's got their heels on. In gear. Yeah.
Everyone's got their heels on, asses in gear. Wait.
Gonna get our asses in gear here.
And get our heels on.
Yeah. Get our heels on. So who wants to start? What do you guys want to go with here?
Well, I guess you'll start.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
You're the
intro
head guy, so yeah.
I'm the head guy. I'm the guy
sitting in the middle.
I'm the guy with the $300 Jurassic Park shirt on
You're
from
the guy
eBay.
with the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So.
Is that me? Okay, all right.
Cosmic Dragons? That's what it is.
Cosmic
right?
Dragon, yeah.
He's the cosmic dragon.
Yeah.
You like how
No, it's not. He did that once. He introduced one of the episodes of Board Off. He was like, "Hello, everybody. I am the Cosmic Dragon, and this is." And I was like, "I don't call myself the Cosmic Dragon. What am I, an '80s wrestler or something?" No,
that is
awesome.
a pretty bitchin' 80s wrestler name, though.
The
Or like a
Cosmic
luchador.
Yeah.
The Cosmic Dragon.
Yeah, the big, fat, white, hairy luchador.
Who can't even like do any luchador moves
No,
at all.
but he's a dragon.
He can barely do a chop.
He throws stardust because he's cosmic. In the face.
And now for my finishing move, dust in the face and not kick. I win.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
But we're going to talk about Jurassic World, and as a huge fan of creature features and monster movies and Jurassic Park, I love Jurassic World. I absolutely adored it. It is the best Jurassic sequel by far, and I would even say it's pretty damn close to the original, but not as good just because the whole nostalgia thing.
I have to agree.
But yeah, no, I loved it. Everyone bitching about heels and shit online, get over yourselves, really, because watch the original Jurassic Park and tell me that everything in that movie made sense. It did. You could pick that movie apart like crazy, but you don't because you frickin' love it because you grew up with it.
Yeah.
Now that you're in your 20s and your 30s or whatever, and you watch Jurassic World, you're like, you're bitching about everything.
Yeah.
Get over it. They're dinosaurs. They don't exist. So now that I got my rant out of the way, let's get going here.
I will say really quickly, though, the heels was probably the only thing in the whole movie that I nitpicked while I watched the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I do remember distinctly being like, she's still wearing her fucking heels?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that one scene where he actually chirps her about the heels, And then later I'm like, she kept her heels on. What the fuck?
And I actually watched an interview with them, and she was saying she was happy that they kept the heels on because it showed it was
Because
it made her feel strong as a woman in the movie.
Okay.
And I get that. And
Well, the fact that you can run in through the swamps and shit in heels and not fall on your face,
Yeah.
that actually.
and she actually did it. She practiced in heels in swamps and stuff before the movie show.
Well, I have a little bit better
To
appreciation.
be fair,
for
they
that.
were thick boot heels,
Yes.
not those
Yeah.
thin, tiny
It
little
was
stiletto.
Because in
stilettos.
real life, honestly, those would have probably snatched. It would have broke
Yeah.
her ankle, got even.
You can break stilettos going up and down stairs.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a movie about fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah,
So let's
like
put,
I said, yeah, it
let's
wasn't
put
one of
logic
those
aside
things-
for a minute and just enjoy the fucking awesome
Yeah.
spectacle that's going on.
Oh, I did not realize this was going to be an angry one.
It's angry.
I thought we were going to be like, yeah.
No, we'll get into the fun shit. I just had to get the anger out of the way right now because I'm already sweating, and when I sweat, I get angrier.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there was the only thing that I was kind of like, oh, she's still wearing heels, but it was never like, well, this movie is stupid. Fuck this shit.
I just ignored that she was wearing heels.
Yeah,
you
it
mentioned
was
it, I was
just
like,
one of those
haha,
thoughts,
cute,
but
and
then
then
I
I
was
put
like,
it out
okay.
of my mind.
Yeah.
Because
like-
I mean, there was so much going on that was just so fucking awesome.
Oh no, it was so fucking good. And like Kris is really good at like looking at stuff. Like you're one of the kind of guys that looks at the logic in a movie. So when she was running in heels, I was like, when this is over, Kris is just gonna bitch about the fucking heels. I know it. And then he was like, that was fun. I enjoyed it. I was like, see, there,
Yeah.
look past the shit.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I put it out of my mind after the whole, you're running in heels, what the fuck joke in the movie.
And then the
Yeah.
the raptor training was another thing everyone was bitching about.
Well,
If you can train a fucking lion,
yeah.
I mean, the raptors weren't by no means trained in this movie. They respected him. They were fucking ripping everyone else
But they were
apart.
they were willing to almost immediately turn on.
Yeah.
There wasn't like.
It was a little
no.
cheesy. Like, they should have had the bigger dinosaur, like, do something where he had to run away or got hurt or something. So it's like,
Mhm.
okay, it kicked his ass, now it's the alpha.
But like you said, he imprints himself on them as soon as they come out of the egg.
Yeah. I mean, like, when
You
I
know?
first heard it, I was kind of one of those ones that I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Mhm.
And then it was you that mentioned that, yeah, but, I mean, you have a puppy or whatever, any animal, almost any animal,
Yeah.
you start it right from birth and raise it,
Mhm.
you know, then it's a different ballgame.
I mean,
And I was like, well, actually, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. And I don't care who the fuck you are. The first time I did see the clip of him riding the motorcycle and the raptors are right around him, I was like, that's fucking awesome.
it's badass. I mean, that's badass.
There's no, I didn't like, my inner like
Yeah.
angry fucking geek guy wasn't like, oh, this is stupid. I was like, whoa, that's cool.
Because
That's
it made
so
sense.
cool.
It made sense to me because he was talking about it's about respect. I imprinted myself on him as soon as they came out of the egg. They were ready to rip him to shit a few times.
Mhm.
Like he wasn't just like, hey, I'm the pack leader, and they're like, hey, let's go with
Yeah,
you.
it wasn't high fiving raptors.
It wasn't like Jurassic Park 3 where they're like, oh, here's your egg. Oh, thank you. Now we can leave.
Yeah, and
They
I
would have
remember
fucking
that part.
ripped the shit out of those people in
I
Jurassic
remember
Park 3.
distinctly
So-
hating that part. Like yeah, okay, great. You have that makeshift vocal cord,
Mm-hmm.
but you know how to speak to them.
Yeah.
Like you managed to fluke.
Well,
Hey, I'm gonna return your.
it's
phone."
Alan Grant.
Hey, that was made on a 3D printer. Those things can do everything.
But can they actually like? I'm just blowing into it, and all of a sudden the Raptors are just like, his Raptor's a little bad, but I get what he's saying.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the egg, and we're not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Even though we should.
That to me was more far-fetched.
Oh yeah.
Even though they kind of had that cheesy moment in the new one with the whole big one saying, "Hey guys, these guys suck. Let's eat them." Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys on that big talking raptor to you, and you're a little raptor. You're like, yeah, we're gonna listen to this guy.
Yeah, I did kind of. I was like when they don't mention what's in, you know.
You knew it was coming, though.
I actually didn't, but then.
Oh, spoilers, by the way, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoilers. Yeah, if you haven't watched the movie, watch the movie.
If you haven't watched the movie yet, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the biggest movie
Right there.
since like Jurassic Park. So.
Yeah.
Once they met up, and I literally, like, I remember I was in the theater right beside you going, like, oh, fuck, no. And sure as shit, that's what happened. And later, I'm thinking about it, I was like, they did a good job of saying the thing learns.
Mhm.
The thing remembers. It's a quick learner. You know what I mean? Like, it was
Yeah.
smart enough to make it look like it got out of the tank, the holding cell,
Mhm.
even though the tracker was still in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they couldn't see it, so they freaked out. So I was like, at least they sat there and said, okay, it's a quick learner, so you could we could let it slide that, okay, they just met for the first time and it's already speaking raptor, and the other raptors are like, okay, we'll follow you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As opposed to
The little
any
human
learning curve
Yeah.
at all that would be required.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think that was the only other part that I was kind of like, sort of reaching, but it was still, again, like we've been saying, it was still like, we're talking about dinosaurs
Yeah.
that have been genetically recreated.
From
and then
mosquitoes.
Now gene spliced
Yeah.
to the point where you have the Indominus Rex, which is an awesome name, by the way. I know
I know.
a number of people thought it was stupid, but
I
I
wonder
really liked it.
I wonder how much money the that what was it, Telus had to pay the movie to be the company that was sponsoring it. Because you know people were paying money to
Oh
get
man,
their
when
names
Jake
in the
Johnson's
movie.
character goes into the whole frickin'
Same with Starbucks.
Pepsi-saurus
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
Doritos on or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just laughing so hard. It was so good.
That was the greatest.
That was such a great part. He was awesome.
He was awesome. What's his name in it? Lowry.
Yeah.
Jake Johnson. Yeah.
I mean, I like him in general.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen him in, I've pretty much been like, yeah.
He's so good. But he totally reminded me of the Ian Malcolm character of the film, just because.
I didn't think that
Original
until
Ian
you
Malcolm.
mentioned it. Like,
Yeah.
you mentioned it, and then
He's
there's
got
like,
the little dinosaurs on his desk.
it could be
and
his
he's-
son
and he's
type of
talking
thing,
about-
or whatever. And I was like, ah.
I don't think so much a son, but maybe a student. I
Yeah.
could see Ian Malcolm becoming a teacher after Lost World.
I mean,
Actually,
professor.
I think in the books he actually was a math professor at like.
Well, there you go. Like I
MIT.
could see him
Well,
being like a
he was a
student.
cantician.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, he did actually, he taught and stuff. I think he taught in the second one because he was killed off in the first.
Actually, in the second, he was killed in the first book.
Yeah.
But then Crichton was like, no, they thought he was dead, but doctors
Well,
in
yeah.
Colombia or wherever he was managed to actually save
Yeah,
his
but
life.
that's because
Yeah.
Spielberg was like, we need a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need a sequel.
Gotta get done.
And Crichton was like, oh, they fucking killed off pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Well, that and Ian Malcolm, because the way he had to piece everything together, because in the books, InGen went under. Because
Yeah.
Hammond died.
Yeah.
Hammond
Without
died,
Hammond,
InGen
the whole
went
deck,
under.
the whole
Yeah.
house of cards went
Mhm.
down. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
And Hammond was actually kind of a dick in the book.
Oh yeah.
He was not the friendly
Well,
guy.
Yeah, he
I mean,
wasn't the
you think about it, he's kind of
friendly
like in the movie
visionary.
too. I mean,
He was,
he's awesome in the movie, but I mean, he's fucking eating gelato while his grandkids are out there getting chased.
Yeah.
You know, like
Dinosaur
I
ice
can't
cream
let this
melt.
melt. I gotta eat my ice cream up.
Spare no expense.
I
Yeah,
paid.
That's right. That's right.
Eat up before it goes to waste. Spare no expense.
yeah. What else? I guess the only other real complaint that I came across, like aside from the gills and the raptors, was the kids.
They did act like modern teens would, though, with the whole let's just fuck off and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like again. So for me, I never had a problem with it at all, and I thought the backstory was kind of nice because they had you have to have some sort of a kid entry point.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah.
And then because Pratt is awesome. He's absolutely amazing.
Oh, Chris Pratt's amazing in it.
Bryce Dallas Howard was also really good.
I've always liked Bryce Dallas Howard though.
But like the kids, I thought they did the same thing that the other kids did. Because like when we first watched Jurassic Park, we were kids.
We were kids.
So we were looking at it from their perspective. We were like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
is awesome. So then, and I liked that they had the kids in this movie because it.
Now you're
Brought
an
me
adult
back.
watching. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but it brought me back.
Yeah.
'Cause now like I'm looking at it from two perspectives, but it brought me back to that feeling of like, oh, wow, this is awesome. Like, oh my god, wouldn't this be crazy if this was real and all this stuff. I liked that the park was fully functioning.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. I just it's almost sad that the end of this movie. I mean, the park's gone again, right? Like,
Yeah.
Clearly shut down. There's
Yeah.
rapids.
Yeah,
and
nobody's
T-Rexes
going to
running
be.
loose. But I wish I could have seen more of it. Like I was reading
Yes.
I was reading a book at Chapters on Jurassic World, and it had the maps of the park and everything.
Mhm.
It was a very cool book. And then they had the aviary, and they were telling you about the tour that goes inside the aviary with the flying dinosaurs all around you and shit. I was like, see, it would have been just so cool to see this from the tourist angle.
Yeah.
A lot more of the stuff. In the
Like
movie.
I would actually sit through if they did this. If they actually did like a shot of an actual tour
Yeah.
through the entire park.
Yeah.
I would pay money to see that in the theater.
Yeah, like I know on the
Jurassic wouldn't though.
the Jurassic World website, they kind of built it like that, so you, as a tourist, you're like, oh, this is what it looks like, right? And that's cool. I'm hoping that when the Blu-ray comes out, there's a special feature that takes you through the park.
Yeah, and that would be really cool too. It'd be a nice little touch. But like, I'd pay money for it. I'd pay like $10 to go through almost like the virtual tour.
Yeah. Oh
I'd
God,
do it.
that'd be amazing. I'd totally do that. And then I guess the other big complaint online is the whole side story of the parents getting divorced that people bitch about that said it goes nowhere in the movie. And why is it there? What do you guys think about that?
Well, it's there because that's life.
Yeah.
You can't just have characters with absolutely no back past or anything just magically appearing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to have a
That's
reason
where-
for the kids to go see their aunt.
Yeah.
Okay, like, not just to see Jurassic World. Like, I mean, yeah, that's a good enough reason, but there has to be a reason for A, to see the aunt that they haven't seen in forever.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there has to be some sort of internal strife between the kids because, you know, like, obviously, like, the kid breaks down like 3 times in the movie.
Oh yeah,
Because
because he knows that the divorce is coming.
He knows
He's
it's
the younger
happening.
child. Obviously, the older one would take it better because who gives a fuck? I just want to screw girls.
Yeah,
And that's-
exactly.
Well, yeah, and he's like 2 years, I'm leaving anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so like, you know, and so it's like you said, like it was a reason for them to be there,
Mhm.
and to be there without their parents.
Yeah.
That was the other thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, and that's great. And like you said too, even just the fact that they fucked off to explore, it all made sense, and it gave us a way to see the other part of the park without engaging all the other adult stuff, because you can't have Pratt hanging out with Dallas Bryce Howard or whatever,
Bryce
and
Dallas,
then, and then of course the kids too on top of that.
Yeah.
So they have to do that meeting point at the end.
Yeah.
It all like I mean, it's almost like they're hating for the sake of hating. Oh, this one of the biggest blockbusters of all time. Oh no, hold on. Here's a plot hole. Here's a plot hole. Here's a plot hole. Here, let's stretch a plot hole out. Which
Yeah,
really is that.
Which, as of yesterday, guys, is at 624 million domestically, passing Avengers to become number 3 of all time. It is at 918 foreign box office, passing Avengers.
Yeah.
For a total of over $1.5 billion. Jurassic World.
What is beating them?
What is beating Jurassic World is Titanic and Avatar.
Right.
And they're way ahead.
Right.
It won't catch up to those.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
It is an absolute shame because, see, like, I feel like Jurassic World, it's the same as Jurassic Park in that, like, I could watch Jurassic Park today, I could watch it tomorrow,
Yep.
I can watch it a week from now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still like, I love this movie, you
Yep.
know? Jurassic World, I had the exact same feeling.
Yeah.
Where I could just watch it all day, every day, and not be like, oh, man. You know, whereas The Lost World and Jurassic 3, to be honest, I have not sat through from front to back in one sitting.
You know, ever?
Ever.
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 And that's the shortest one. That's the easiest one to sit through.
Exactly. But there's so much that I'm just like,
it's Jurassic Park 3. I enjoy them all, obviously.
Yeah.
But number 3 is basically, it feels like a filler in the franchise. It's just boom on the island, boom off the island.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third one was just, we want a pile of money.
Yeah. There's really no story to it.
Yeah, it was get it out there. I think it
There
was
were
to
scenes
get it out
from the
there
first
to
book in
retain
it,
the
too.
rights
Yes.
and everything. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, like the second one, and I said this when we watched it in the theater together.
Yeah.
And I remember distinctly, like, once the T-Rex got off the island,
Mm-hmm.
I remember just being like, but I had also read the book.
Gojira, no!
Yeah, I also read the book though.
Yeah.
And in the book, they don't get off the island. Like, they don't get the T-Rex and all that off
Yeah.
the island.
And
They
that's
stay
actually
on.
the one problem with Jurassic World, is in the first book, the Puerto Rican military firebombs the island.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
whole island's ash. That's
Yeah.
it. It's gone.
Yeah.
And actually, even in the video game that they did, they actually referenced that, where the guys are saying, we have to leave because they're going to firebomb the island.
Yeah, and
so-
like,
which
but
is,
getting
you
back
can
to
look
Jurassic
past that
World.
anyway for the movie, but
Well,
that
yeah,
is
and I
the
mean-
one, if you really want a plot hole to hate on, that would be the one plot issue
that's the
that to hate
big
on.
thing. I mean, you know.
Like, I was talking to my buddy Trevor, that you guys know, and he's a super crazy, critical person when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
Super critical. Like, he didn't like 30 Days a Night because the fire got fitting. So,
That
I'm
whole
telling you,
that one scene,
I hate
like,
this movie
wrecked the
because one
I'm telling
scene
you
was
right now,
bad.
that's how. And I was like, he's gonna rip the shit out of this movie, and I know he is. And he loved it. He said to me, and I totally agree. He goes, "Jurassic Park is Alien. This is the Aliens of the franchise."
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
That is absolutely a great point.
Because Jurassic Park is really that's a horror film. whereas this is just straight up sci-fi action.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and they're also leading it into more sci-fi action.
Yeah.
It's
Like, I mean, now they're going to be off the. We're going to probably see mini Adominus Rexes running around in the next one.
and they're going to be weaponized and things like
Yeah.
that. So it's funny because like I said last night, I said this was like a reboot Makequel.
Yeah, reboot Maple.
Remakequel.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a reboot. Yeah, it has to be reboot.
a
Makequel.
rebootful.
Because it is really, when you break it down, it's an updated version of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like watching.
It's basically what Jurassic Park would have been if they made it now.
Exactly. It's like
Exactly.
watching Superman and then watch like the first with Christopher Reeves and then Superman Returns with Brian O'Reilly.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing where it's really just an updated, more flashier version of Superman.
Yeah.
But they keep it in the same
Mm-hmm.
world, so that way it's a sequel.
Yeah.
Which I'm not complaining. I thought it was awesome, but I'm now kind of worried that Jurassic Worlds will be like the Lost World.
That's why I'd rather not see a sequel to Jurassic World. Because
I honestly wish.
if they take them off the island and make it a different movie like that, it will ruin it.
Yeah, and I actually
Worse than the,
I
two and
There's different ways to look at this, though. I mean, this made $630 million.
Well, there's
so
going to
far.
be a sequel.
Universal's not going to let this franchise sit ever again.
Mm.
Ever
No.
again. You'll never see 15 years between a Jurassic movie ever again.
No, there's no way you could make that much money.
So it's either you make a sequel to this and you continue this story.
Mhm.
It still takes place in the same world as the original Jurassic Park that we love.
Yeah.
Or they're going to actually reboot it, and we're
Yeah.
going to see a new guy playing Ian Malcolm and a new guy playing Alan Rand, and I sure the fuck don't want that.
Yeah.
The problem is if they did that, they would have to follow the book more, the book plot more. And if they do that, they will lose
They don't
the
have to.
PG-13 rating,
Yeah.
and they'll never do that because
They don't have to
they're
do that.
trying to
They don't
market
have to
it
do
to.
that.
I don't think.
That's what I miss about the 80s, because movies were made for adults in the 80s, but they marketed it to kids
But
anyway.
look
Like
at the amount of
RoboCop,
money that
they would
made.
never allow that for kids.
I know. I had a RoboCop toy when I was like 10, and that's the
Yeah.
most violent fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
I had RoboCop toys. You had RoboCop
With the
toys.
pop guns.
And
Yeah.
I don't
Or the
think
cat
I
guns.
ever watched the original RoboCop all the way through until I was older.
Yeah.
And
And I was just horrified because I'm like, this guy's face is melting off. What the fuck?
or like that scene, he got shot I think 157
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
It did not end. They were
crazy.
shooting bullets through bullet holes.
Yeah.
You
I know.
Well, they kept missing, so they had to keep shooting.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like Jaws was rated PG. You think Jaws would be rated PG today?
Well, yeah, but also
No way.
look at the amount of money that was made off of RoboCop, right?
Yeah.
In that time period, or even Terminator. Terminator.
Well, that's
was a
Terminator
success.
2.
That's
Terminator
why
2
you'll
was another
see
one.
But
movies that
Terminator
have.
2 is far less violent
Yeah.
than Terminator 1.
Yeah.
Okay? Far less violent.
Flashier.
And flashier and bigger and
Like,
huger.
as a kid, I loved Terminator, and that was a very restricted movie.
Yeah, Terminator
Well, come on,
2
he was a
restricted.
robot, but him peeling his own eye out, even though it's a robot, that's still friggin' like traumatizing to certain kids.
But
Yeah.
before
He
we
pulls
had
his own eye.
before we had superhero movies, Terminator and RoboCop, those were our superheroes
Yes,
on the big screen,
exactly.
right? So
Although,
for a kid, restricted
Kids
or
were a little
not,
tougher back then, though.
well,
Really?
Like I watched
yeah,
I watched
a little bit tougher.
I watched Terminator. It's like he pulled out his eye, and it's like, oh, he's a robot. Awesome.
Yeah,
You show that to a
Yay.
kid now, either the parents go, ah, or the kid will have nightmares.
I watched a
till
movie
the end
called
of time.
Even Destruction with a cyborg, and she cut off
Yes!
the guy's penis.
Oh, yeah, I remember we
I was
watched
like,
that.
whoa, that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
even destruction. Holy shit.
Meanwhile, that kid will be a virgin till he's 40 now if you watch it, because he'll be like,
Oh,
what, they'll
man.
do that to you?
Oh, God, no. Maybe let's get back to Jurassic
Getting back to
World.
Jurassic World. I'm leaning towards the no sequel at all. Obviously, they're gonna do it. There's no way they're not.
They
It's
wrote it
just-
right into this movie. I mean, BD1
Yeah.
took off with
Yeah.
the engine and the
Oh,
Well, I don't know.
Speaking of
Mario
which-
wrote a sequel into it, and that never happened. Thank God.
Speaking of which, though, the Wong character,
Yeah.
that was probably the craziest turn. I never saw that coming.
Evil BD1.
Yeah, like you watch
Dr.
Jurassic
Hedwig,
Park,
Dr. Boo.
and he's just this super nice guy that happens to be fucking
Hey, look
crazy
at-
genetic.
Well,
Wanna rub my
the,
egg?
That's the other plot issue, is because through all the books that they mention Hammond, and in the movies, it's like he's this awesome judge of character. So if somebody was an asshole, he knew it. Even if they were trying to hide it, he knew they were an asshole.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Like
they
even
measured-
even Nedry, he knew the guy was an ass. Like he even makes comments to him. It's like he knows he's an ass, but he's the only guy that can do the job. He's stuck with him.
Okay.
But
Right.
geneticists, he could have picked any of the top 10 or 20 geneticists at
Okay,
the time.
yeah.
So why would he pick someone who's obviously like has the whole god complex?
But he didn't really have that back
But
in
no,
Jurassic
in
Park.
Jurassic
Well,
Park,
yeah, but that's
he
the
didn't.
problem.
But
You know,
yes.
what the hell happened?
Right.
Right. Well, 20 years in between happened, and
20 years in
people
between
changed.
happened.
People changed big time in 20
Yeah,
years.
but somebody
Yeah.
who's supposed to be this almost godlike judge of character should
Right.
have been able to see that.
And I agree, and I just like and it wasn't even like a switch; it was a subtle thing.
Yeah.
But then right towards I think the midpoint or towards the end of the movie,
You're like, he's working with Ninja.
then you're like, whoa, and it floored me, and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy.
You know why he became evil, right? He started wearing black turtlenecks.
Oh yeah, and anybody who watches
And
Japanese
we all know that when you wear a black turtleneck, you're a bad guy.
especially
That's not true.
especially in old
Archer
Japanese
wears a black
movies.
turtleneck, and he's not a bad
The
guy.
villain turn is coming, I'm telling you.
No.
Well, considering how he acts, he might as well be the bad guy.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean,
Anti-hero.
he's got some tendencies, I agree, but
yeah, when I saw him for
Anybody
the
who's
first time,
seen any old Japanese movie knows if you wear a black turtleneck, you're evil. And
Yeah.
if you're Japanese,
Chuck Norris.
oh, he's a bad guy.
oh come on, Chuck Norris can destroy us all. He's just being merciful and letting
Yeah.
us live for now.
That's how cool we are. We're still doing Chuck Norris jokes.
Forever.
Yeah, it'll never die, like Chuck Norris. And cockroaches.
Well, I gotta look at the character rundown here now.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Okay.
that's kind of what I was saying with BU.
A lot of people obviously bitch about Bright South Howard.
You know, I think the thing that bothered me, and I'm cutting it off.
Not so much her, I guess, with character.
No, what bothered me was they attacked her for like not the what was it like she wasn't a strong woman,
Yeah.
but her character arc was like she had a character arc in the whole movie.
She's the strongest character in the movie, as far as I'm concerned.
She starts off and she's like one of the higher ups
Mhm.
in this company,
Yep.
running this park.
Yeah.
So there's like all that shit is on her shoulders.
Right off the bat, she's running Jurassic World. That's pretty fucking powerful.
That's fucking powerful.
Well, that and you see, people they expect unrealistic things about characters.
Yes.
Like you couldn't have her go, "I'm gonna grab a gun and start shooting them and be awesome,"
Yeah.
because when would she learn to use a gun? She's
Well,
a
she did it
she's
once
a
in the
CEO.
movie. She did it once in the movie.
Yeah, she did.
Well,
it
yeah,
once
but
in the
even
movie.
that,
But
there's
I
no
get your
background
point,
where
that there's-
she's not
they don't
interested in
establish that she's a fucking she can shoot. And
Yeah, and then they
Like-
have her, like, because it was cheesy, they have her snipe out the thing. They should have had her, like, spray the bullets and get lucky with a shot or something, not...
Yeah, but
30
you never
guns
know.
away.
Again, they
Yeah.
don't really show her backstory, right? Like they show
Right.
her sister and the kids. They're growing up in clearly a very rural, nowhere neighborhood.
Yeah, like
maybe she
some-
grew up hunting with her dad or something. You know,
Yeah,
like
like we don't know
Yeah.
that part, but they don't tell us.
They don't
so
tell us that.
I'm like with you on that one.
And in
where
fact, the way she
something-
acts, it's like, yeah, people who are like you with the guy, it's like you're all just a bunch of cavemen, so she's not going to be someone who's interested in guns.
yeah.
Yeah. You know,
And I've
actually,
shot
that's a good
guns
point.
before.
That's
It's
a
hard
good point.
enough to hit a non-moving target in the bullseye.
That's a good point.
Not-
I used to.
let
I
alone
always
one that's
hated that in
moving.
movies when they would do that. Like, I always go back to Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme, just because he starts the movie as a firefighter.
Yeah.
Then he is now a security guard, but he's also a MacGyver-like genius who can do 18 roundhouse kicks. But they don't ever say why he can do these things. They don't just go like,
Puts out fires with his kicks.
you know, like they don't have something where he's got like a karate trophy in the background. Like they don't have to.
Yeah, they didn't
can-
even put the trophy on the wall in the background or
Yeah,
They
something.
don't
martial
have
arts
to
master.
say it. Just something where they can go. Well, hold on, you didn't see the trophy in the background?
Yeah.
Well, you got to watch that movie again
Yeah.
because
Karate
that's why
expert.
you could do kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You
if
know?
you squint, it's like, oh look, there's a trophy, like a little badge or something hanging on the wall behind his
Something
desk.
that's
Or,
maybe karate, and then maybe even his wife could be like, I don't know why you're a security guard because you're so smart, you've been making all these crazy things.
Mhm.
Why aren't you doing that?
or why don't you run a dojo instead of being a firefighter?
Exactly. Like, oh, it's terrible that you lost those people in the fire, but why don't you train people how to fight? Because you can fight.
Yeah.
You were kicking walls out when you were saving people's lives. Like, but anyway, so yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Because okay, I'm gonna look at this right now. I'm gonna just run down quick. Okay.
But it is good they did keep her within that realm because that's the only time they stepped out. Otherwise, she acted like you'd expect a CEO who spends
CEO
all
of
her
the
days
company,
in the
and then
office.
like even just the switch into, like once it sets in, holy fuck, I gotta save my nephews. And then now that's her arc where she switches into, okay, well, I have to say, I got to be more part of the family and stuff like that. I didn't think that this was an affront to women everywhere. And maybe it's because I have a penis, and maybe I don't see it from that perspective. But I've watched enough movies where I'm just like, what? This is how you depict women? You know, like really?
Okay, like Chris Pratt's Owen, fucking awesome, right? Awesome.
Yes.
However, he's the only character in the entire movie to not grow. He's the same character from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Well,
Claire,
when you think about it, life-wise, that pretty much is how people are. They don't really change. You don't get a growing experience.
Well, that's
in like
right,
3
yeah.
days.
No, but he's the only character people are really not bitching about, and he's the one that didn't grow as a character. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Khan didn't grow either.
That's because he got eaten at the end. So
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. But still.
Masrani is my favorite character in the whole movie.
Yeah, I like that because that's the guy who is the rich guy. Right?
Yeah, the rich guy.
I wanted to see more.
I like that because
I know, me
the
too.
way when you look at it, how Hammond was the visionary and everything, that he found a visionary like him to take over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I love that too, and that's the main reason why I wanted to see more of him. Because I liked his character.
I loved his character.
But I also loved how he did it.
Yeah.
You know, because they could have put anyone in that, and it's not like it was a crazy. All he had to do was just really be happy. You know, but he was so good in it, and I almost wish that like they go back to the island and they find him literally alive.
Yeah.
You know, like
I did not die. I did not die in that massive helicopter.
They could do a whole Ian Malcolm thing, like at the end of the first book. Oh, he's dead. Then at the beginning, it's like, no, I was almost dead. It took them 72 hours repairing my leg, but they saved it.
The explosion covered up me jumping out with a parachute.
Yeah.
And
well, I have expected when Tim to either crash on the metal dome, because the way the helicopter's moving, it's like, oh, brilliant, you're gonna crash on the metal part on the top. You're aiming for it. Then he hits the glass and explodes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I expected, all right, well, he's going to hit the glass, and then maybe he'll crawl out, and then the glass will give away, and it's like, okay, so he's laying on the dome, the whole helicopter falls in.
Yeah.
But instead, they're just like, bam.
Yeah.
Huge explosion, which is a little unrealistic, too, because helicopters don't just explode like that.
Well, no, but I mean, everything explodes in a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, anything that falls more than 5 feet, even if it's a garbage can, explodes.
Exactly.
Boom, yeah. So
but yeah, I wish there was more.
I really do wish.
But I guess there's no need because, I mean, from moving forward, this looks like it's going to be more of a war movie now.
Yeah, I mean.
It's almost going to be like Pratt's ex-Navy SEALs character is now going to be called in to infiltrate Injun with a troop of guys to take or to stop them before they can weaponize them, and then ultimately, of course, kill anything at all that has anything remotely close to what they're doing.
And he's going to go back to the island and grab Blue.
If he does that, I'll actually not like that. I will not like that.
Actually, I expected in the end having with Wu would do something where he would recognize like these guys are crazy. Yeah, and like change his mind and like destroy the research or something.
He
or hide
still might do that though.
He might
redeem himself in the sequel.
I don't think so.
Nearer to the end, it looked like they were setting it up where he was like thinking about it. Like these guys are crazy.
Yeah.
But he immediately was like, "But you got my money, right? Like I'll get my money.
Yeah.
I'll get my fucking money.
I got more turtlenecks than need to buy."
And that was my problem because the millionaire, he mentions that Hammond's not going to protect you this time. It's like if Hammond thought he was worth protecting, then why is he suddenly like, give me my money and I'm happy?
Yeah, exactly. So,
So I'm gonna get back to Claire quickly because I want to get my point out of the way.
I did cut you off.
So she starts the movie as a businesswoman, right? It's all business, but she's running the park. Okay, so she is a strong woman, business-wise, very strong. Her nephews show up. She hasn't seen them in a long time, right? Whatever. She works, right? That's how it is.
Yep.
She sends them off. Okay, you're a shitty aunt, right? But she doesn't know how to be aunt. She hasn't seen them, and she's all business right now.
Exactly. She's like the complaint where they're like, she's almost too cold.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, you'd have to be. You're running a fucking multi-billion
You want to not like her.
If you're all work, no play, you have to be cold.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's running.
If you're a nice person, you're either the rich guy who owns it, who got lucky and doesn't have to, or you're not being a business CEO.
Exactly. So,
no
I mean, that's stupid, but anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so no, that's fine. But then shit hits the fan, right? And she's like, okay, I gotta out there, fucking save my nephews.
Like that.
And when she goes out there, she's everything changes for her. She sees dinosaurs as living things and not profit.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, she's changing now. She's becoming better. Seeing all these fucking dinosaurs down, which was so heartbreaking for me. Especially when they were fucking taking the babies away, flying, like, oh god, I was like, oh man, that's practical effects for you though. It gets you every time. CGI doesn't do that.
To a degree, but I have to admit, like, the Triceratops scene in the first one still always gets me.
Yeah.
You know, when she's like, they're on the belly, and you know, when she's looking at his eyes and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, wow,
so good.
Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, but so she grew there, right, and then and then she shot that one dinosaur that was attacking Owen. So now you're seeing her get, okay, now she's growing some nuts. She's like, okay, I gotta save the people I love in this fucking park. And then by the fucking end, whether people bitch about it or not, she pulled the fucking T-Rex out and she saved the motherfucking day.
Exactly.
Because they would have got slaughtered.
Yes.
And the Dominus Rex would have went and shit them all up.
Yeah. And
my other problem with that though is is the fight scene when they start shooting at it after the Raptors turn on them.
Yeah.
It's like they're shooting at it, then all of a sudden a rocket hits it while it's running away, and I'm like, shouldn't you have opened with that?
Yeah.
And it's like, why isn't this guy reloading and shooting another rocket?
More rockets
on the ground.
That's right. I did kind of chuckle at that.
Why even have guns?
I was like, right.
Everyone has rocket launchers. Go.
Especially because earlier in the movie, they had already opened fire on the Adonis Rex. And the Adonis Rex was just like, is that all you got?
Yeah.
I already took out that implant. I'm already bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and then the other guy, where it's charging him and he's shooting at its eyes, and we're like, all right, this guy knows what he's doing. And then it opens its mouth, and then he just shoots wild. It's like, why didn't you shoot it in the mouth? You knew enough to try and get it in the eye as it charged you. Why didn't you shoot it in the mouth when it opened its mouth?
He's never played video games. If he played video games, he'd be like, oh, better. That's the special hit spot. That's where I get my double kills right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I agree. Like, she went through the biggest change in the entire movie. Everyone complained about her character, but
I kind of liked how she stayed cold until there was the one scene where, I can't remember, I guess it was the sister said something to her, and then she started thinking about, like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, realizing, like, oh, yeah, I really did lose track of something here.
Well, she was
putting
on the phone.
business first.
She was
on the phone.
And then it struck home. But I also liked how she was able to, like, be super concerned about the nephews, like in a believable way. But then at the same time, the second something else, like maybe a dinosaur or something, it would be shifting to, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like it was almost mother hen-like, which she doesn't get enough credit for that. And I just don't understand why they're shitting all over it, especially because if you really think about it, Laura Dern in Jurassic Park wasn't like this super ultra badass.
No.
You know, she was treated as being on the same level as Dr. Grant.
She was a fighter.
They were equals.
Yeah.
You know, but there was also the femininity in that she was concerned about the dinosaurs more so than Grant, who was more just like in awe, right? And she's willing to look at their diet and stuff like that, figure out what's going on. And then at the end of the movie, she went to go reboot everything only because she had to.
Yeah.
Because Arnold hadn't shown up, so she had to. And yes, she managed to like successfully get away from the Raptors and stuff like that. But it's not like she was, you know, opening fire on anything or snapping necks or anything.
Yeah.
She was just a fully formed woman, which I guess up until that point we're not used to seeing in that regard. And I don't think that Claire's a step backwards at all. I think they're almost...
I thought she was a realistic character, really.
Yeah,
because you look at it, businesswoman, she kind of put herself in a booth. She had no empathy for anyone else because she was in a booth ignoring everything else.
Exactly.
And then when the sister was talking to her, it's like her empathy turned on where she started thinking about it from other people's perspective.
Right.
And that kind of stuff does happen to people in real life. That's
realism, absolutely.
It always happens, and sometimes you just get into tunnel vision. Like, I mean, we went for a while where we didn't hang out for months at a time. We were both just tunnel vision on our own thing, and then it was just kind of like, well, hold on a second. I haven't fucking even talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
You know, and
like,
it's just like, holy shit, you know, and
same with this dude.
And it happens all the time, and every once in a while, even for myself, occasionally it'll happen too. And I'm getting better where it's like, okay, I gotta fucking get on this, right?
I mean,
but yeah, so overall,
you look at Sigourney Weaver, Ripley, Linda Hamilton, right, and Sarah Connor. They had the same arcs. They were just normal women at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
That became fighters by the end.
And I like that you mentioned Sarah Connor, like Linda Hamilton, because in Terminator, she wasn't an ass kicker at all.
No.
Even at the end of the movie, she just got lucky.
I guarantee you by Jurassic World 2, Bryce Dallas Howard's Claire is going to be more of an asshole.
Exactly, and that's why, like, even when you watch,
it probably wouldn't be a good idea to have most of the characters from the first one in the second.
Well,
to be honest.
Owen and Claire are returning.
Those two, they have.
And
to
I'm pretty sure
return.
they're the only two that are coming back.
Those two have to.
They're
return
signed on for the sequel.
because, I mean, it's an easy entry point for people that may or may not have seen.
And Claire would be the closest living person to Henry Wu, right? She would know how to find him.
A, she'd be able to find him. B, she also
well, the
knows
thing is,
enough about
he's not
the
in
dinosaurs.
charge, so he's wherever some other person.
He doesn't even.
But
have
so
to
he
be
like,
there.
oh, he likes geisha girls, so we'll check out all the geisha places.
That's
but someone
racist.
else
He
has
might
him
like
locked
white
away.
Yeah.
Well, I just picked something out of my mind. There are white geisha women.
He's at the noodle bar.
Yeah, he likes rice.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the list. I thought the two kids were good. They did their job fine.
I mean, yeah, they
They acted like kids, really.
they did
Yeah, they were-
exactly
they were
what they were
kids.
supposed to do, and I mean,
You
that's
had
it.
the older dickhead, and you had the younger.
And they had
pussy.
parts that matched their ages. Because one of my
Yes.
things with movies I hate is they'll have like a 6-year-old acting like an adult character.
Yes, I agree.
And it's like,
I agree.
this person's 6, they're not going to be able to act like that. And they're sure as hell not going to be able to stand up to some of the adults who would stomp them flat and laugh at them.
There's always, and I get like that too, where I'm just like, no, that's stupid. But yeah, no, they did their parts. They were perfect.
Vincent D'Onofrio as Hoskins. Always a
I
great
loved
bad
him.
guy.
I actually,
Always a great bad guy.
I loved him because he really made you feel like this. He was such a douchebag,
Yeah.
wannabe, phony, fucking like he hit
We're
all
on
the
the
right
same
buttons.
side.
He hit all the right
Smell
buttons.
my fingers.
Like, and
Problem
sometimes
is,
within
though-
the same scene, like I'll just say this and then I'll let you go. Is like when he is talking to Kris, he's like, yeah, you got them trained, and he's trying to be all buddy, and
Yeah.
he's like, well, hold on, it's about respect, that whole thing. And then later he's just like almost immediately he's like, well, I can't wait to weaponize him. And he's just like, hold on, and he's like, hey, I'm just, but it's gonna happen, you know? Like
Yeah.
he went from like buddy to trying to assert his dominance, and then when he didn't, tried to backpedal. But then like there was just all these like sliminess to him. Like,
Yeah. Oh
it
yeah.
was so
He's
good.
just a slimy
And-
bastard.
And hot off the heels of his run as Kingpin,
I
which
know.
I absolutely love. I think that's probably one of his best things I've ever seen him do was Kingpin.
Oh yeah. He's I've always loved his acting. In the Cell. Remember the Cell?
Oh yeah, I talked to Michelle about that. the
Creepiest
other day.
motherfucker I've ever
Oh.
seen. Right there. But what was your point?
Yes.
Bryce?
I was just gonna say the whole the story could have been full of shit even too, but he
Yeah.
said how he had a wolf when he was younger.
Right.
He should have
Yeah.
known better than to look the raptor in the eye and then give his hand out to it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying too is like, you know, like you said, it could have been full of shit because his first reaction is to be like, buddy.
Yeah, because that's what I did with my wolf. when I
Well,
was
yeah,
young.
the story
Yeah.
could have been full of shit because like rule number 1 with wolves, you never look it in the eye because that means come get me. I want to be the
Yeah,
the
it's-
alpha
I'm
male.
challenging you.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah,
and
it's-
it'll kick your ass.
Any of the canines, like even like you don't immediately like you don't come at them straight on. You angle, you get yourself lower, you don't look him in the eye, and then you let them sniff you out.
Yeah.
And then
You
in
just
a
go-
wolf's case,
you
you
go
let
all
them
Liam
get
Neeson
close
on
and
them.
then
That's
just.
all.
Hmm?
Go all Liam Neeson on them.
Yeah, exactly. Let them get close enough.
Take some
now
blast
you
your
know,
fist and
just-
like, bring it, bitch.
I actually liked that movie a lot.
The Grave was awesome.
I didn't actually see all that movie.
Oh really?
Never had a chance.
A lot of people
check
shit
it
all
out.
over it, but I actually liked it. I think the one thing that someone told me that the reason why they didn't like it was that it almost seemed like the wolves were supernatural.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yeah, but if you're looking at it from Liam Neeson's point of view, they're hungry, they're starved, like some of these guys have died and stuff like that. It would almost feel like that.
Yeah.
It almost like, yeah, they're targeting them. It's like, well, of course.
I would have enjoyed it more if I hadn't just watched Frozen and not the
Well,
Let It Go musical, the one where the wolves attack people on the chairlift. Because that is the scariest fucking wolf movie.
I figured
Never
that would be
watched
a
that
cheesy movie,
I
to be
actually
honest.
never watched
So
it,
good.
yeah.
Because it's like, oh, the chairlift is up and we're stuck. It's like, you know what? 5 minutes, you can be on the ground skiing down from a chairlift.
Yeah.
You throw your skis to the ground so they hit
Yeah.
grab into the snow and don't, well, they have emergency stoppers anyway, so they don't slide away even if they don't.
Mhm.
Climb up to the thing and shimmy down the line,
Yeah.
and then climb down the tower, because those towers all have ladders built in.
Yeah, no, every time I've seen stuff like that happen, I'm like, okay, but wouldn't the first thing you do is at least think about climbing up there?
Mhm.
Like, wouldn't that be the first? I guess after the initial, like, oh fuck.
Well, in 5 minutes you'd be out of there.
I mean, well, check it out and you'll see
Yeah,
how it goes.
then that's fine.
Because they try all that shit in the movie. It just doesn't happen for them.
That and usually somebody skis the line in case there's someone on the chairlift.
That's a little out there, but
It's a movie.
so yeah, cast wise, so I guess that's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Omer Sy was good as Barry as a
I liked him.
sidekick.
I would have
that's the guy
liked
that
to see more of him.
That's the guy who played Bishop in X-Men Days of Future Past.
Ah, okay. I would have liked to see more of him because I really liked his character,
I did too.
and I also liked his interplay with Pratt and
Mhm.
his interplay with D'Onofrio. 'Cause
Yes.
it was the same thing where both Pratt and Sy there are both like, this guy's a fucking douchebag piece of shit, but we have to put up with him
Yeah.
because InGen and all this other shit. But I like how they almost make no bones about the fact that they don't like him and they don't trust him.
They don't like him. The Raptors see him and they're immediately hating on him.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I actually
right off
really
first
liked
glance, they see him walking up and they're like, "Rrrr."
I loved that. That was so subtle.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say subtle, but it was just one of those extra little things that they're just like, if you didn't realize that he's a stupid piece of shit, here's how you know. You know, it's the equivalent to having the dog just suddenly like raise up, paunches, growling,
Yeah.
and just being like, "Rrr," and that guy's like, hey, no, hey, we're cool, but really we're not.
Let's talk quickly about this poor chick right here, Keely McGrath, as Zara, the assistant, who had the worst character death I've ever seen in a movie.
I don't even remember her character death. What was it?
She got picked up and dropped and picked
Oh,
up and dropped
right,
and picked up and
right.
dropped into the Mosasaurus
That's
pool.
right.
And they jump in after her.
And then they're coming in and they're pecking at her underwater and they
That's
pick her
right.
up and she gets eaten.
That was actually
I
terrible.
was like, what the fuck did she do to deserve that death? That was so sad.
That was
someone doesn't like their
Yeah.
assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy man, don't
That was actually pretty. I'm glad you reminded me because after the third drop, I remember just being like, every other one of these things is able to just grab and go, grab and go, grab and go, but this one
They're
fucking
just
thing
fucking playing with her, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
You know?
man, I was just like,
lysine deficiency for that one. That's why I couldn't get it. But
Well, I heard they use lysine in green pigments for clothes. There we go.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
that
Worst
was
death.
crazy.
Other than that,
It was a little
there's
unrealistic her character though too, because if somebody's gonna say, "Oh well, I need you to watch these kids for the day," they're not gonna be like, "But I expect you to still do all your other shit."
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like a real assistant, she's like the most devoted assistant of all time, where she's still
Yeah.
making business calls.
Yeah.
Where you tell an assistant you have the day off, just watch these kids, they'd be like, "Come on, kids, let's have some fun."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because really, realistically, assistants have shitty jobs, so they love a day off to go have fun in a park.
I think the last thing that I'll say, and then I'm done. Like I've said enough already. Is like just going through the cast list. I did no. If you want to move up.
Yep. You want to go with?
Move down.
Okay.
Actually,
This is good.
the Jimmy Fallon cameo.
Jimmy Fallon.
I absolutely loved
Jimmy
it.
Fallon.
I laughed out
Jimmy
loud.
Fallon.
I thought it was great. Overall, I mean.
I didn't notice that. What was he doing?
He was in the little
in the-
gyrosphere, the round
he was
thing.
going
He was
through
playing on
the-
the TV. Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
You know, it
I kind
overall.
of tuned out the screen talking.
I have to say, like, I felt the same way you did, where Jurassic World and Jurassic Park are almost neck and neck. The only reason why, in my opinion, Jurassic World isn't as good or better than Jurassic Park is the same reason why Avengers 2, or one of the reasons why Avengers 2 isn't as good as Avengers 1, because it's that first time feeling of just, holy shit, we're watching this, it actually looks like you can touch these dinosaurs. Like, it looks like every single dinosaur in Jurassic Park is real, like a real, fully functioning robot, not CGI.
That's actually another thing I liked in Jurassic World is a lot of, even with CGI, where they Don't Be Afraid of the Dark remake. If you watch their special features with the guy we're talking about, the CGI, they threw in a crap load of detail you would never notice unless they told you about it.
I appreciate
and
that
it made
so
it
much.
look great.
Even when I don't notice it, that's.
And in Jurassic World, like even facial features for them and everything. But in Jurassic World, if you look, you could see like they CGI'd over the eyes and stuff, where like if there's some light nearby, it's reflecting off the animal's eyes.
Yeah, they
you
did
see
like
stuff
so
like that.
many, like, and I agree. So, and even just the fact that I like I've said, be boot makeable.
Yeah.
It's just so well done, and you're right. Like even just the little things that when you catch it, you're just like, oh wow. Because once you catch that, then you start looking for other things.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've all watched movies where it's daylight, no shadow.
Yeah.
Like wait, what?
Yeah.
Well,
You know?
even the Triceratops scene in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You look at the skin; it doesn't really look like skin. It looks good, but you can still, when you look at it, it's like it doesn't quite look like skin. They should have sprayed a little water on it so it had a little bit of moisture or something on it.
You know what? For me, I wouldn't even have thought. Like, I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, even as I'm thinking about it, but I'm still just like, yeah.
I
as
enjoyed
we
the
sit
movie
here
and
and
Yeah.
enjoy that, but every once in a
Yeah,
while,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
like,
So, like, overall,
it's like the original Star Trek where everybody's just shining because the stage lights are sweating.
Yeah. So overall, I give both movies, like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, 5% out of 5.
Chris heads.
Okay, and they're all like, but obviously, like in terms of where they are in the scale, like out of the 4 movies, it's literally just Jurassic Park, and then Jurassic World like right underneath, like almost just getting it, because even like you said right at the beginning, if you really wanted to, you could pick apart Jurassic World all day long, but nobody does because they absolutely love that movie.
Well, it's about expectations. Did you expect
Yes,
some sort of
right.
super masterpiece that'd be perfect, which is impossible with movies?
Right, Dark Knight
Or
Rises.
did you just go, I want to
Yeah.
enjoy a movie?
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, do you want entertainment or do you want some sort of artistic crap?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen B movies that were just horrible, but they were entertaining as hell.
Right.
But they were horrible,
Right.
like, made for DVD releases. They didn't even put them in the theater.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've all watched, like, I mean, we watch enough movies where we've all watched movies where, like, when we mention it, other people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you want to watch that movie. And we're like, I don't know why you didn't like that movie.
Yeah.
That movie was awesome. Oh, it was cheesy, blah, blah, blah. It was supposed to be. You know?
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of where my problem is that a lot of times, like you said, like, you go in expecting a masterpiece, blah, blah, blah. I guess part of my problem is that because I've watched so many movies, is now I've got like a built-in sort of checklist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like sometimes I have to sit there and go, okay, this is just a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
You know, I think had I not been a big fan of Ninja Turtles as a kid, I probably would have liked Ninja Turtles, the new movie.
I didn't like the new one because they shouldn't have changed the ninja. Well, I didn't watch it because I was like, I saw they changed the Ninja Turtles look, and I'm like, the reason the original movies were good was because they looked like the characters in the friggin' comics.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't have changed what they looked
like.
Yeah, the new Ninja Turtle movie is just way over the top. How are you a ninja when you're 7 feet tall?
Yeah, you're a 7 foot tall behemoth.
I'm in the shadow, but you can't hear me.
And then you have,
You know,
like,
So he sounds like RoboCop walking around.
Mech Shredder.
A can opener shredder, that's what I call him.
Yeah, Mech Shredder. Plus, I mean, like, I know why they did distinctive looks for the turtles, but at the same time, if you got Leonardo, who's got a blue mask.
Yeah, you got colors.
You've got red, purple, orange. You don't need to have Raphael with sunglasses on the top of his head all the time.
Yeah.
You don't need to have Donatello with
goggles and glasses.
Glasses, goggles, and then the glasses have tape on them.
Because he's a nerd.
Because he's a nerd, right?
Yeah,
and then, I mean, Michelangelo, obviously they weren't going to do the surfer Michelangelo.
Yeah.
They were going to do a little bit more like, I guess, dubstep
Skater?
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
You know? But they didn't have to, like, even hint at Rastafarian or whatever the hell the look was. Like, all these little things that they did, it was just, they're Ninja Turtles, you know? But anyway, I think, like I said, sometimes you just got to go in and go, hey, this is going to be a spectacle movie. But you're right with the expectations. With Jurassic World, it was a different ballgame because Jurassic Park is so beloved.
Yeah.
Because, and for good reason, but because of that, everyone was like, oh, and also because the last 2 movies, people were like, okay, and then finally like, no.
Well, that's even why I liked Jurassic World 2 is when I first saw the preview, I was like, one, I hope it's not going to be a horrible remake, reboot, because whenever I hear that name, it's like, I know they're going to ruin it. But instead it was, no, this is 20 years later, they tried again. But it's like, one, never try to match the original, because you never will.
Right.
And don't try to continue the story arc, because the second movie proved you couldn't, and then the third movie went even more into the proving you couldn't.
Right, and I agree. It feels like they embraced what has happened before it, but they're not trying to remake it. They're just they're saying
They just said they tried again 20 years later.
that's their
here's what happened.
backstory. That's the backstory that all that happened. That's the backstory. I like how they're also not referencing 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like how they're just kind of saying it's like Superman 3 and 4. Those didn't happen.
Well, thing with 2 and 3 is they're on different islands, right? They're on Isla Sorna. This is Isla Nublar. This is the first time we've been here since the original movie.
Yeah.
So we have no idea what's been going on this island for 20 years.
Which they could go back to, but then again, I don't know. But like you said, like they say, yep, it all happened.
Yeah.
Here's where we are now, and then this is our story.
Yeah.
And it all works. Right?
Exactly.
So in closing, like I said, 5 Krises out of 5. Amazing movie.
I like that they brought the Jeep back too. The
Yes.
original Jurassic
Yes,
Park Jeep.
I have to agree. I thought that
It's
was
cheesy
Lots
that
of
they somehow
things.
got it working
all the
and
little
that it was
Easter
even
eggs
still
that
there.
they did
The,
was
little,
really
the goggles, when he found the goggles.
Yeah, all these little things. I was like, oh man, that is.
Well, I looked
That
at it and I
was
was like,
cheesy,
all
yes.
right, it would never be there. They would have gone and cleaned it out and resold it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But I like that they took out the Jeep and they're like, yeah, we can still outrun them 20 years later.
Yeah.
They even had the old
Yeah.
name tag like hanging from the dashboard.
I mean, honestly, there was cheesy parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, there was lines in the movie that bothered the shit out of me. Like at the very end, where Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard walk up to each other, right? And she goes, "So now what do we do?" I'm like, I can't even tell you how many fucking times I've heard that at the end of a movie.
Yeah.
So now what do we do?
Yeah.
I believe I heard that just earlier in the year in another a movie like that.
Yeah, it's almost always that line when like they start off hating each other.
Yeah.
Well, you got to blame just basically Hollywood going, you
I-
want it this way, and they have to cookie cut.
It took me right back to Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock and Speed.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, this isn't gonna last, but I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought relationships based on exciting times never worked out. Just base it on sex then.
The good thing is that Jurassic World 2 will have Chris Pratt and not Jason Patrick. So,
Yeah. Oh, Jason Patrick.
I give it a 5. I loved it. Chris, what do you think?
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
Give it a 5.
Give it
Yeah.
a 5? Well, there you go.
Oh, and Michael D. Anglin as an upscale park visitor. That was the greatest performance in the
Yeah,
movie.
even though he's up credit. No, the
Yes.
greatest performance in the movie is Jimmy Buffett running away with his margaritas.
Right. That is the best one.
No! Hey, my booze!
That's seriously all of it.
That was great. Nice little teasers here too. Colin Trevorrow, he's the director and writer of the movie. He did Mr. DNA in the movie.
Well.
And Brad Bird, who's the director of The Incredibles and Iron Giant.
And Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible,
Yep.
Tomorrowland that just came out. He was the monorail announcer, so that's very neat.
Well, actually, that's something I wish I would have seen in there, because I thought about it, like, if I had done something like this is what I'd do kind of thing,
Mhm.
where they had the holographic dinosaur and it was just kind of standing there. It's like, I would have had it trolling visitors, where if they're standing too close, they go like it's going to grab something from them. Or,
that would have been actually really cool.
yeah, if I designed a display like that, that's what it would do. So if
That
someone
would
stood
be-
close
I-
enough,
I
it would
make
reach down
sense
and
too,
like
'cause
try and grab stuff from
It's
them. Or,
supposed to be a dinosaur.
But before I wrap this up, I just want to ask you. I heard this it's a fan spread rumor thing online, but I thought it was very interesting that Chris Pratt's Owen, right, who is the raptor trainer, who talks about respect.
Right, yes, right,
It's the little boy from Jurassic Park that Alan Grant was talking about the raptors to, and saying you have to
Really?
respect them.
Yeah,
So
I
fans
remember
are spreading
you
the rumor
told me
that this is the little boy grown up respecting raptors and training them. After being talked to.
To be honest, after Grant going like, yeah, they slash you in the gut and eat you, that kid would never go near a dinosaur again after that.
Probably. I'm going to say this is
Why-
probably definitely the opposite, not true, but I think it's a very
Plus,
cool.
He could see through people and
Realistically-
around corners because he saw that computer screen, even though the screen's here and he was over here,
Mm-hmm.
and with the crowd of people around him. So he must have had some sort of powers.
Realistically, he could, like, you could go either way. The kid could either be like, oh fuck, I'm never, and then like, of course, when Jurassic Park hits, they're like, I'm never doing anything with dinosaurs. Or he could just be like, no, he was right. I have to respect. So I
But
mean,
he didn't respect them.
it could work. It could work, but it's a reach.
It's a
Like,
reach.
just
It's a huge. It's just
the
something.
two movies are
yeah.
already linked.
Yeah. It's
enough.
just something to connect these new characters
It might
to the
have just
original
been-
in some way.
It would have been different if
Like,
this was like
yeah.
trying to link Jurassic Park to Aliens.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, well, Sigourney Weaver's original character, I mean, now I can't remember her name, Ripley,
Yep.
banged, Owen's dad, and that's it, like, or whatever. So I just, it's a reach. It doesn't need to be there.
I was trying to pull up
My
Jurassic
favorite
Park.
scene in that movie is when they open the T-Rex paddock. And it's like, yeah, you know the T-Rex is in there, but then you just see glint of the eyes on the flare light, and then it slowly steps into the light. That was awesome.
I'm telling you,
That was awesome.
That final fight was
They did that
chills.
perfectly
I've watched
too.
it 3 times now, and I get chills and just grin like
They
a little
did it
kid.
perfectly too, because I remember when everyone was talking about it, it was the original T-Rex, and I was like, holy fuck. And then they show you right at the beginning of the movie a brief glimpse, and then you forget about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
you spent the whole time kind of going, holy
You
fuck.
spent so much time on the Indominus Rex, you totally forgot the T-Rex is right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick look here at the cast for Jurassic Park. I want to see I want to see if the little boy had a name. Volunteer boy?
No, he won't.
I like the cooperation in the fight too. Like the raptor jumps onto the T-Rex's back when it attacks, and then jumps on the other one's back to attack it.
Yeah.
There's no way they gave him a name. Why would they?
No.
He had no name in the movie.
Nothing. I mean, it's probably.
It could have been an Easter egg where either he applied and he was good at it because he did a good job in the movie, and then they're like, wait, isn't he the kid from the first one? Wouldn't that be an awesome Easter egg?
Yeah.
Where it's the same actor.
Yeah, but again, like it's unnecessary.
But it could just be a coincidence,
They
or maybe
don't
he
need
went, you know what, it'd be awesome if they, and like he might have tried out for it going, that'd be awesome if I was in both. Like he might have even.
But yeah, let's just wrap it up quickly.
Yeah.
What do you expect from Jurassic World 2? Like, what do you want from Jurassic World 2? Because it's happening. It's happening, 100% happening. June 22nd, 2018.
I guess
Release date is already.
really what I want is, because like I mentioned that I have a feeling it's going to be a war movie against dinosaurs.
Actually, you know what would be cool is if they did the whole thing like the Dino Crisis game, where they're like, we know they're building dinosaurs here, so they send a team in to stop them, but it's like, where is everybody? Because the dinosaurs already got out and killed everyone that was there.
They could do that.
They could do
Dinosaurs.
I don't mean Dino Crisis time travel. It's just because when the team breaks in, they're like, wait a minute, where are all the guards?
Yeah.
Because the dinosaurs already ate
I think,
I like
guess
that.
really, I like that. I do like my
That's
only
better
thing
than seeing dinosaurs run around in Afghanistan or something.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's like I want them to get them before they're loose and doing missions, because I like I said in the second one, I didn't like all of a sudden everyone knew about, like, it was one thing to keep Jurassic Park contained.
Yeah.
But now we start letting it loose. I guess it's different because Jurassic World, so everyone knows about dinosaurs and stuff like that. But I guess I just don't want to see, like you said, like Afghanistan.
Yeah,
it'll kind of ruin it if they do that.
Yeah, it doesn't really
like I mean,
interest me.
they're already coming close to ruining this when they originally talked about genetically altering dinosaurs to be like almost humanoid.
They were going to do half human, half dinosaur.
Yeah.
And when they did that, I said, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Don't ever do that.
Whoa.
You fucking do that in the next one?
So now
it wouldn't work anyway because the DNA is incompatible.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
you look at real
they-
genetics,
well,
the
it
reason we
doesn't
don't
matter.
have a dog boy or a bat boy like the tabloids
Yeah.
want you to believe is the DNA is incompatible.
Yeah, but you would also never be able to get enough DNA from a fucking prehistoric mosquito.
Yeah, well, tell me how they got the blood from Mosasaurus from a mosquito.
Yeah. But,
Well,
I guess, like, I just don't want to see it get to
Like
a
Crichton
point
was smart where he
it's
said
literally,
they filled in the
laser
gaps
sights
with
and this is like a cyborg sort of.
like the Xenoborg in the Alien franchise.
Yeah, like I just,
Borg raptors.
as long as they can keep it as grounded as possible, obviously,
To a degree.
To a degree.
Dinosaurs aren't grounded as it is.
Just
but,
get to them before they're on the missions and stuff like that, because then it'll just get too crazy.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
now
Crichton
we
actually did address that in the second book where Malcolm's talking about in the end, because the reason Malcolm wanted to go back to the island, he was the same character as he was in the first book. There wasn't this emo change like they did in the movies. But in the second book, he wanted to go to the island to test out a theory of his. But then he said, because after the dinosaur thing, he got right into dinosaurs. He's like, and he theorized about how they went extinct and all sorts of things, and would this island be realistic and stuff. But he said the problem with it is they weren't actually dinosaurs. They were creatures that looked like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they were creatures that looked like what we think dinosaurs look like.
Right.
Because they filled in the gaps with stuff they figured would look like.
Yeah, exactly. And, so I mean...
And actually,
do you want to see any of the original characters return to the Jurassic World?
No.
Are you happy with?
It's 20 years later. I mean,
I'm fine with not seeing them at all. Like,
Yeah.
The references here and there, like even just the Hammond reference, or like with Khan's character, I was like, oh,
which made
yeah.
sense because I think actually the character, the guy who played Hammond, I think is still alive.
No, he's
but
dead.
Oh, he did die? I thought he was still alive. They just said the character was dead.
No, he died.
He did die.
He died, I think, just last year.
Yeah, it was recent.
Um,
But I don't care to see any of them.
No,
No,
not even what was the children grown up from the original?
nope,
No.
nope, not at all. I could
Nothing.
care less. Like, I mean,
Don't have to
we've
have
already
them.
got a whole bunch of new characters, new stories. I think the only reason to bring it back is if, say, the sequel does not do well. You know?
So okay, now we're gonna do a third, and we got Jeff Goldblum
Yeah, exactly.
and Chris Pratt,
And also,
and they're riding raptors together.
and his gymnast daughter. His gymnast daughter.
No,
They're
is-
riding a T-Rex like Kung
she
Fu.
died. She died a very
Nope,
horrible
nope,
death.
nope. Gotta bring
No.
it back. You asked about the kids.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, the thing is, with the kids,
Mhm.
the whole thing,
And besides, the kids are never
me,
gonna go anywhere
if somebody
near
said if I were one of the kids in Jurassic Park, the first
Yeah.
one, and someone said, "Yeah, we need help containing them," they've escaped. I'd be like, "Ha ha ha, fuck off."
Yeah, it would either be like that or just be like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I am not going through that again.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like I want nothing to do with that because I know what they're gonna
go
do.
to the park. They wouldn't go to Jurassic World.
No.
They
I
would
might-
never go to Jurassic World.
Like personally, me, if it happened to me, I might go to the Jurassic World park
Maybe.
if it were contained.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like I said, if someone
Yeah.
said they've escaped and we need someone to help us, I'd be like, fuck off.
I always thought that was kind of interesting too. Like, where did I get that idea from? Oh, I was playing Dead Space 3,
Okay.
which probably never gonna beat. It's not a really good game.
No.
But I always thought it was interesting because they do this in movies all the time too, where it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, you survived that horrible thing with that crazy creature. We got a similar crazy creature out. We need your help because you survived. I always thought it's always interesting that they're just like, all right, cool, let's do it. Instead of just being like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I almost died. I barely survived. The last thing I ever want to do is get anywhere near it. Yeah, but you know the most about it. I don't fucking know anything about it. All I
That's
know
why
is
they-
that I got incredibly lucky. I killed it
Yep.
by sheer luck.
Yep.
I didn't have a plan. It was luck. Schwarzenegger and Predator. Sheer luck.
Yeah.
Yes, he was a soldier, but sheer luck.
Yeah.
Well, there was
Glover's
kind of a
character,
mixture
Predator
of
2,
skill and luck with
there was
with,
two
with that
degrees, but it was
because
still
he knew how
because
to
of the
fight
Predator.
it, but there was a mixture. Well, even in lots of battles, the luck does come into factor anyway.
Yeah.
That was kind of realistic in that
It was
respect.
smart enough, like,
But-
I mean, when he's like putting the mud on him,
Yeah.
he's
And then
figuring
it
out.
got his thing though was it got cocky, and then he
Yes.
took advantage of that.
Yeah, and
he won.
but there was a heavy degree of luck. Danny Glover's character in Predator 2, heavy degree of luck.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's
Totally
all
luck.
these things, and so it's like, why? Why
You're
would I
fighting a
ever
killing machine.
want to go through that again?
Jaws.
Aliens. Aliens is a prime example.
Aliens.
I barely got out of that alive. I don't want to have anything
Aliens-
to do
Well,
with
yeah,
that.
and Ripley did say "fuck off."
Yeah.
She only went back in the end because it's like, all right, I'm gonna have a shield of soldiers in front of me though, right?
Yeah,
Shooting guns.
Yeah, and even then,
Because she
like,
said
right,
you're going
she's
back
like,
there. She only went
"No."
back there on the
fact that it was
on the fact and like it was the her
trained space
condition
marines.
was we're
Yeah.
going there and we're just gonna nuke the place.
We're gonna destroy
Yeah.
them.
It's
We're
like
gonna
you're only
eradicate
landing
them.
to try and grab anyone who happened to survive.
Yeah.
Then you're
Yeah.
nuking
Because
it,
she
right?
didn't want them to get to Earth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And she was like, "You're going there to kill them all,
Yeah.
right?"
But-
And it's,
But
No,
you rarely
evil
see
Paul
that.
Reiser.
But
He
you
was
rarely
lying.
see that in movies. It's almost always just like, it might even be initial begrudging, but yep, they're right back in the fold.
yeah. And then they act like they're the greatest and they own it too. And it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
You know, it's never this crippling like fear. Like, I don't think you understand how close I was to death. I understand because I was there.
Mhm.
You know,
It's like, you know what? I'll tell the soldiers where to shoot, where I got lucky and hit it, but
Yeah.
that's it. I'm not
Yeah.
actually going
I
down
would be an
there.
advisor from a remote location in a bunker.
Yeah.
And if your Wi-Fi isn't good, well, then you're not going to get any help from me. The only way we're communicating is through a strong.
You gotta have good
dedicated-
Wi-Fi when you're going after monsters.
Because
That's
I
like-
Well,
want-
that's I'd be like, I'm staying on the ship and I'll talk to you guys, but that's what they did in Aliens with Ripley.
Mhm.
She stayed in
That
the command
didn't, it didn't help
APC.
anybody.
Well,
No,
she stayed in the
but that
command
was- but that's the
APC
point.
until
One of
shit
the
went
few
down, and that was the
exceptions
end
where
of it.
she's just like, no,
Yeah.
no fucking way. There's no.
Well, yeah, and
fucking
she was
way
in the
to do
command
it.
APC, and then shit went down, and she was stuck in it.
Yeah.
But the plan was, I'm staying in the command post,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you
It's
guys.
very rare, very rare.
Anyways, everybody, that's our Jurassic World chat with a little bit of everything else mixed in.
That's how it rolls.
That's how it
That's
rolls,
how we
baby.
roll.
Yeah. So let us know down below what you thought, and I'm sure you're gonna fucking just ream us out
You
about
can give us your rating.
defending the fucking news. Like,
Yeah, you did.
five.
Yeah, you
I
did.
would
You
watch
gave it
five.
You're the only one that didn't give it a rating.
yeah,
You
well-
just said, "Yeah, I liked it."
It was.
Yeah,
See, with
but
me, there
yeah,
are
it's-
no numerical things.
Exactly,
It's
it's just
binary.
you
Yes
like
or
it or
no.
no.
Yes, it's a yes or no.
So,
Yes.
It
Yes.
is a
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Big flash.
and I'm picky as hell, so if I liked it, it was good.
Yes. Very. So yeah, that's our review. Rip us a new one down below because we like
you don't have to
we like
taunt
heels.
them.
No,
Don't
no.
taunt them.
Taunt. No, no. it's
Rip
fine.
us a new one, but keep in mind that I will answer back witty and funny stuff to rip
I
you a new one
won't
back.
because I have a life. I didn't mean that to come across like that, actually.
Hey, I get bored.
You just made it the worst of all of it.
All right, fine. Tear me a new one.
Tear me a new one.
Tear me a new
No,
one.
Now you
I
have to. He's challenging you because.
If you
I
didn't
did.
like it, whatever. You didn't like it. That's fine. Everyone gets their own opinions. That's how the
just
world
like
rolls.
thought-provoking dislikes as opposed to just this was stupid. I fucking hate the movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean it's a dinosaur. It's
Instead of like
it's a creature
Windows
feature movie.
Vista, I hate it because it's different, and then everybody hated it.
It's not setting out to win any
And then the
Academy
company's
Awards.
like, let's call it 7 instead, and it looks the same and does everything else the same. But everybody was like, I love it so much. It's like, what?
Wait, what?
Windows Vista, Windows 7,
Oh,
they're the same
well, I
program.
missed the part. All I heard was
Except-
7, so I thought,
Except
It was
nerds
original
hated
movie
Windows
before
Vista
7.
because
Okay.
it was different, but everybody hated it because some nerds hated it.
That's 6.
And then Windows 7 came out, and they're like, it's just
Yeah.
Windows Vista. They
oh, wow,
called
I
it
didn't know
Windows
that.
7.
Interesting.
There were a couple of little bug fixes, but they bug fixed with Vista too. And it's like, this is the same program, but everybody loves it so much, but it's so much greater than Vista.
Yeah.
But it's Vista with a different name.
Crazy. All right.
And the same thing happens with movies. A couple of nerds hate on it, then everybody else hates it when really.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Well,
but-
this has been movie review. I cut you off. Movie review is done. You're finished.
I'm not finished.
You're finished.
I'm not finished.
Movie review is finished.
Like, share, subscribe. I'm at Ken Levitsky on Twitter, kenlevitsky.com. You're at CR Mercier at Twitter. And he's on Google Plus.
Google Plus it is. All right, now you're done.
Now we are done.
I forgot about the taglines that you have to do.
Good
Hashtag
day.
Jurassic Park,
Yes.
Hashtag Kenneth Levitsky.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Ogre.
Hash brown, hashtag,
Hashtag-
Hashtag hash brown.
Hashtag hash brown. Is that what you're doing? I don't.
I did a couple more arms. Help me
What do
with
you
my,
think you're
help me with my
Triple H?
hashtag. Someone help me with my
Yeah.
hashtag.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Lamest review ever because they're all gonna be like, loved it.
Love that.
Anyway, yeah, let's do it.
I went and bought heels as soon as it was over.
I love this movie, and then we'll just have a bunch of hate comments in the border.
Yeah.
Yeah.